Hey everyone, so today I am cleaning my pink room, which is my extra room. I have my shoes in there, some of my clothes in there, my accessories, I do my makeup in there. So it's my room, kind of like a man cave, I guess you would say, but for a woman. It needs a lot of cleaning and organizing after I had moved all of my clothes in there from my closet. Once we redid that, it just kind of stayed a mess. So I'm gonna clean it up, but we're gonna make some changes because I wanna create a little reading nook for myself in there. And right now there's no space for it. So we're gonna have to move some things around because I did buy a couple of new items that I wanna put in there. So we're probably going to be getting some stuff out of there to fit the new stuff in. But I'm really excited to have this new space where I can go in there and just get all comfy and read a book. So let me show you what it looks like right now. Okay, so here's the aftermath of the new closet in my bedroom. This is how the pink room ended up looking like. This shoe rack I didn't end up using, so I'm gonna move that out. I still have the laundry baskets, which have been gathering more stuff. So those need to get out of here. They need to go back into the laundry room. And then I just need to go in through this and see what's all in here. I have Christmas stuff in here. There's some more over here. My shoes are everywhere. And then these two bookshelves are the ones that I had in my closet. I think I might be keeping one in here, but I'm not sure yet. There's some Christmas blankets up there, a bunch of hangers, just some spare hangers, I guess, that we didn't end up needing. So yeah, I'm thinking I am going to get the treadmill out of here. I didn't want to, but there's just not going to be the space for it in here. And I'm also thinking that this little table's going to go, which I also didn't want to because this is where I kind of do my hair and my nails, which I need the extra space because the vanity over here is kind of small. So that's why I liked having this here so that I can do my hair here and like my nails and any other thing that I needed to do. I would usually do it here. But I think we're going to get rid of that and just move some things around so that it'll all fit a little bit better. Okay, and here are a couple of things that are going in the room. I bought this couch. It's more of a chair, but it's like a comfy chair, and it's got the little ottoman. And then I finally bought one of these big mirrors. So I want that to go in there. So we got to make the space for it first and see how I can rearrange things so that it all looks good. And so begins the tidying up. I'm just going to be putting everything back in its place and getting things out of here that don't belong here in this room, which is quite a lot. I'm also going to be moving out some things that are going to be in here, but I just need the room first to be able to move things around. And now it's time to get these big pieces out of here, the 2 bookshelves, the treadmill, and the little table. This treadmill, I was hoping I could just roll it out through the door, but it was way too big. So I had to end up laying it on its side and just kind of drag it out of there, which is why I didn't want to do that. But there was just no way it was going to fit just by rolling it through. So this was what I had to do. And I think nobody was here at this time. So I just had to do it by myself, and I did scratch up the floor just a tiny bit, but it's barely noticeable. Okay, so here's how the room is looking like right now. I had to move the shoe rack, so I'll put that back. But I'm thinking I need to get rid of one more thing. I'm trying to see if maybe I can fit all of that in the closet. But then I also have all of those bags, and I don't think it'll fit. Or the other thing is I could move the computer somewhere else to another room or something. What I'm thinking is I want the mirror to be in that corner. And then I want the couch to be on this wall. So that way while I'm sitting here, I can see the window and look out the window. So I want the couch there, or it's more of a chair actually. So I want the chair there, and I want the mirror there. I'm not sure how to move things around to make that happen, or if I will have to end up maybe moving the desk somewhere else. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put the chair together and get it in here and get the mirror in here. That way I know what I'm working with. I need to see how big that chair actually is, because the box is pretty big, but I'm not sure how big it's going to be. And that way I can see how much space it all takes and see what I need to move around. You guys, before I put that chair together, which I ended up getting at Amazon, I have to show you this video of when we went to go look for a chair. We went to At Home, and I thought I had found the perfect chair, and it was going to be the chair that I was going to get. But you will see why that chair did not end up working out. Oh, and then la acomodas. Oh, this will be cool. I was laughing so hard. I still laugh every time I see that video. The good thing is that nobody was there to see me. Needless to say, that was not the chair for me. Now to put together the chair that I actually ended up getting. Like I said, I ordered this from Amazon, and it ended up being the perfect chair. I really love it. The instructions were a little bit confusing, or so I thought they were when I was actually doing this, but when I was done with it, I noticed that I was just reading one little part wrong, and I had skipped a step, so that's why it took a little bit longer than it should have. But it turned out great, and it's very sturdy. That was my son that had came in to visit with me for a little bit. I ended up not liking how this chair was sitting right there on that wall, so I moved the clothes rack so that I could maybe see if I could fit it over here in the corner and see how that would look. But first I had to clean a little bit. And then I brought in some extra pieces that I had to put on the side so it wouldn't look so empty and it would look more complete. And I loved it. I think the chair looks so much better there. It's not completely finished yet, but it's getting there and I'm liking how it's turning out. I'm taking this clothes rack out of here just to give me more room to move things around, but that is going to come back. And then I'm going to clear this corner out so that I can put the mirror there. Okay, so I moved my vanity over here because when I had my jackets and coats there in the mirror, you could see way too much of it. So it was like this much of the mirror was getting covered by that. So that's why I moved that here. And I'm going to move the sweaters and the coats. I'm going to move those over here where the vanity was. I did end up having to move the computer desk out of here, but I guess I wasn't recording that. I just couldn't make it fit in here and make it look good and not so overcrowded. But I found a good spot for it in another part of the house, and I think it was a good call. It would have looked out of place in here. And now I'm just finishing getting my vanity set up. Okay, so it's still looking like a mess. I still have a bunch of stuff that I need to find a place for down here, some shoes, all of this right here. But this is how it looks like so far. On this wall, I have the shoe rack, my vanity, this little shelf, which has some more like makeup palettes. Those two are makeup palettes. That's perfumes. That's all my lip products, and then that's just a random box, which I think I'm gonna get rid of that. And then the mirror on the corner over here. I'm gonna add one more little shelf right here under the window, and then that's gonna stay there. This mirror is gonna go. The hats, I might move them over to this side, or I might put them inside of the closet doors. And then this wall, I cornered the little chair, and these little baskets, I think that's where I'm going to put my books and some magazines. This is going to have a coaster and a candle, and we'll see what else I can put right there. And then this shelf, that's going to stay there, but I'm going to get rid of this, and I might switch what's in here for the one that's going to be under the window. But this has just some hair stuff, some bracelets, some jewelry, and then nail stuff down here. And that, I might get rid of that. That just has some of the bags that I'm using right now, but I might get rid of that. And then, so here's what it all looks like right now. And I'm not gonna record anymore. I'm just gonna finish cleaning all of this up and tidying everything and putting everything in its place. And then I will show you the final result. I lied. There was just still so much more to do. So I ended up recording a little bit of me getting this reading corner set up and putting up some decor. Just like everything else, new books are expensive. So I decided to go to a couple of thrift stores to see what I could find there, because I just can't keep buying a new book every 2 weeks or every time I finish a new book. But this was not the same day. This was the day before. This was the second store I stopped at, and they had so many books. It was a whole room with just books. You guys, I wasn't going to show my face because I am a hot mess, but I just had to show you. I stopped at this thrift store here in Crandall, which is probably about 15 minutes away from where I live. And they had a ton of books. So I was going through them and I found quite a few. I mostly look for best sellers or like best authors, best-selling authors. And I ended up finding quite a few, and my hands were getting full, and I had my grandbaby, so I was like, you know what, I saw some plastic grocery bags there, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start putting some in one of these bags, and then I'll take it up to the front. And so I started doing that, and then I just kept coming across more books where I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. And I actually came across some Danielle Steele books, and there were quite a few. At first I only grabbed one, but then I kept thinking about it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give her books a try because she's one of the best sellers. I've heard of her before, but I don't know if I've actually read any of her books or not. But anyway, so I get to I ended up filling this bag, like it was completely full. And so I'm like, okay, I have enough, like that is enough. So I go up to the cash register and she just looks at my bag and she types it up to $5.41. I was thinking like, man, I have a lot of books. I was thinking this is gonna be like $30. Like, I don't know, I probably overdid it. But she looks at my bag and she just rings it up as $5.41 or something. And she's like, it's $5.41. And at first I was like, I thought that was just like one of the books, that it was gonna be $5.41. And I said, that's it? And she said, yeah, it's a bag, fill a bag and get it for $5. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, I just needed somewhere to put my books. But I was like, okay. I was like, well, thank you. And let me show you what I got. So first of all, the first thrift store I went to, they had free books. There wasn't a whole lot there to choose from, but I did end up with this one. Now, I've never heard of this author before, but it does say New York Times bestseller. So I grabbed that. And then I have heard of Nora Roberts, of course. So I grabbed 2 of those that were there. Well, actually 3 of those. I didn't know. I got this one. And then this is the bag that I filled up and didn't know there was some kind of deal in there. Like, there are a ton of books in there. Look at all that. I don't even know how many I grabbed, but like I said, I ended up getting all of the Danielle Steele books that were right there. So yeah, look at that. Ain't that such a great deal? And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just needing somewhere to hold my books. Look at that. So cool. So I have quite a lot of books to read now for, I'm sure, quite a bit. So this is what I'll be doing in the next few months. Okay, you guys, so that's how the room looks. I love how it turned out. This big mirror is awesome. I can see myself from head to toe, even if I get really close. So that's awesome. I love how that fit over here in this corner. And I love the background with the little twinkle lights and then the sofa in the back. And then I had this plant, I had it in the living room, but when I put Halloween out, I didn't have space for it, so it has been sitting in the storage room, and so now it's there. And then this other plant as well, I had it in the living room and then it ended up in the storage room, so I brought that out. I think that looks really cute right there. I do still have space here for other things. I want to get another one of these bins right here so that I can put my beanies and my scarves in there for the winter time. So I'll probably go get one more of those and just set it right here. So this is how this bookshelf turned out. And then my sweaters and coats, I just stuck it over here in this corner and then put that little basket of throw blankets there, and my hat stayed there. This little rolling cart, I didn't know if I was going to use it in my closet, but I love how it looks here. I just put all my books in here. These are all the books that I got from the thrift store. When I finish reading a book, I don't keep them. I give them away. So all of these are books that I need to read. I put some magazines down here in the bottom. And then these are all the Danielle Steele books. And then the Nora Roberts books are right here. And these are all these other random books that I found also. So I can't wait to start going through those and start reading. And then this wall I absolutely love. I love those little lights, the little wreath there. And then this is new. I got that at home. And this one I've already had. I brought this little end table here so that I could have somewhere to like sit my coffee and things like that. So this is all empty. I can still put some stuff there. And then we just got pens and stationery up there. And I had removed the mirror, but I ended up leaving it there because I think it looks good over here. There wasn't a mirror on this wall, so that looks good. And then I left the shelf up there, the little necklace shelf up there too, because my husband just put that up and I didn't want to make him switch it somewhere else. And then my earrings, those stayed there. This shelf got moved over here. This is all my nail stuff, all of this right here. Those are wallets, and this is some extra bracelets and stuff. Those are rings. This is just extra stuff. And so I still have space in here too, so that's good. The shoe shelf ended up pretty much in the same spot, but a little bit closer to the door, which it does kind of bump into it a little bit, but it's a good enough space for me to still come through, come in and out. I gotta get that shelf over to the storage room, but see, it's a good amount of space, but it does kind of bump into it right there. And my vanity got moved over to this wall. And then these little shelves got moved right next to it because these are my, like this has makeup palettes and stuff, my perfumes, that has lip products. So I put that over here, and that way it's not too close to the mirror to where it like sticks out so much more. And like this, you can barely see it. You can only see like a little spot right there. So I think that works out great right there. But yeah, I think that's it. I love how this mirror looks. This is the new piece that was coming in here and why we had to move everything around, and also of course the chair. I love how that looks. So I am ready to read some books. Anyways, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you liked it. And if you have any suggestions of how to move things around or make things look even better, go ahead and leave me a comment. Oh, there is one more thing I wanted to show y'all. So the little lights, they don't go all the way up to the ceiling. And really the reason for that is that I just couldn't reach up there. So that's as far as I could reach, and I left them there. But I really like actually how they look, how they come down towards the chair. And I feel like if I moved them all the way up, then the lights would probably come out to right here. But I think I like it like that. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. But let me know if you think it would look better with the lights going all the way up to the ceiling, and then maybe they'll only come up to like right here. But anyways, I will see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye y'all.